Welcome to Frozen Fjords Ventures season. This is season 28, and every season I like to go over the rewards. If you have seen the last or the second to last or maybe the third to last video, you probably don't need to watch this, as the rewards are pretty much the same every single season, except for these bottom quests that do change every single time. This is consistent, so like each of the 5 unique venture seasons have their own rewards at the end, like the core reperk, the trap supercharger. These do switch around, and this page does reflect that, but some of you like to hear me talk, and I do have some new things to say. The first one is a question that I get sometimes. I haven't answered it in a long time, and that is, what is Ventures? So I do record these in advance, so what I'm showing here is Hexylvania. You'll be seeing Frozen Fjords, of course, but it's all the same. Ventures is a completely separate inventory. It is a completely separate section of the game. You can see level 29 up here is its own thing, and this is its own Ventures level. The way that you increase your Ventures level is by getting Ventures XP. So that is what is pictured here. As you get more and more Ventures XP, there are lots of different rewards. You get llamas, reperk, blah, 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 and it is all summarized over here. So you can get 3,330 reperk, and I'm not going to read all of this. The main things are the superchargers, which are endgame content, and that is something I am going to cover extensively in the description down below. If you are looking to spend your superchargers, Survivor superchargers give you a max power level bonus, which is great. So the normal max power level is if you have 130 power level survivors all the way leveled up, you can hit power level 130. But then if you supercharge everything, you can get up to 145, and that's kind of the true max power level. Your heroes can all go up to power level 144, which is different, but you know, not really. Your weapons can go up to 144. It's about a 14.5% damage increase, pretty nice to have, and your traps can all be supercharged as well. This is optional endgame content. I can tell you with all of my experience, you do not need to supercharge anything, but of course you want to. If you want to spend those, description down below explains how to do it. Core reperk allows you to change that 6th perk on a weapon. So if you've got a weapon like the Huskbuster and you want yours to have affliction because B says it's good, but yours has snare, core reperk allows you to change that without having to get a brand new schematic. Then you've got your vouchers. Weapon vouchers and hero vouchers allow you to get mythic heroes and shop heroes and weapons outside this shop over here. Yeah, over here. Outside of their respective seasons. So let's just do this. If you are looking to go to the boombox section, say you missed the Dessa Blaster that 1 week of the entire year it comes by and hit the road and you couldn't get it, you can pick that up with a weapon research voucher. That's how you get that out of season. And then there are some specific examples for heroes. You guys know what I'm already gonna say though. I have 2 very thorough videos on how to spend your hero and weapon vouchers, description down below. It's a big topic, and it's worth watching if you guys want to spend it wisely. A big pickup is Dennis Jr. because he gives you the team perk Totally Rockin' Out. It is the strongest damage bonus in the game. And if you missed him, you have to wait basically an entire year to go get him, or you could just go ahead and spend your voucher. Equally, if not more valuable, is the 200 legendary flux that you can get from the rewards. That is unlocked at level 22 and I believe 16. That is really, really nice because in my opinion, some of the best heroes in the game are fluxable rather than voucherable, and that goes for weapons as well. As you can expect, best weapons and heroes to flux, description down below, it's a big topic. There are 2 major changes recently that I need to note, and I should have said this earlier. The plasmatic discharger has had a fall from grace. That launcher is no longer nearly as strong as it once was, and the Xenon Bow projectile size has gone from huge to like really tiny. So the Xenon Bow isn't broken or anything, it's just significantly less effective at crowd clearing enemies, which is what it was good at. So those are 2 things to keep in mind. Everything else in those videos are totally good to go, and it's really difficult to remake an entire video that takes me a ton of effort just because one weapon changed. You know what I mean? So I just hope you guys can keep that in mind and enjoy the rest of those videos. So that, by the way, covers the first 22 levels of Ventures while explaining you why we run it. So Ventures is its own zone where you start over with an empty inventory and you need Ventures XP. If you want a good guide on how to get Ventures XP, I've got a whole video on that, of course, link down below. And if you're looking to farm efficiently, my whole video on the best ways to get everything and save the world will be linked down below. This inherently has the best farming loadout in the description of that as well. That's a very thorough video that covers the entire game and is applicable to every single Venture season. I put a ridiculous amount of work in this video. Pretty proud of it, and it'll answer all of your questions. So Ventures is interesting because you start empty, you're gonna have to farm up right away, but if you keep the grind going, you can get all of these delicious rewards. If you do not care about endgame content, some people don't, you can stop at Ventures level 22. Not everybody enjoys Ventures, but by 22, you've gotten 200 Legendary Flux, one of your core reperks, and both your vouchers. You're pretty much done. After that, you're just getting Legendary perk up and superchargers from there. It's kind of interesting. If you only care about power level and you don't care about one trap supercharger, one hero, or one weapon, you could stop at 46. That saves you about 350, I'm eyeballing and talking at the same time, 1,000 XP, which is kind of a lot. That is a lot of missions. Now, I will say Ventures actually gets faster the further you go along. So early on, you might run your first few Ventures missions. I always recommend starting at the level 15 zones, but there usually aren't enough 15 zones to get to level 7. Let me explain everything about what I'm talking about. Right over here, level mission unlock. So at Ventures level 10, then you can start to see Ventures level 23 missions. And I'm skipping ahead. I'm sorry, new players. There's a lot of information here, but I'm trying to get through it all in a coherent manner. So one of the first quests, these are all happening at the same time. Ventures is a lot. There are going to be 5 quest sections. I did not finish Ventures this last season, so I can show you guys what it kind of looks like. Your directive quests, your eliminate quests, your destroy, weapons, and locating. So directive has you running specific missions. This is clearly stated. This is how you should start. First off, it's going to have you complete a Frozen Fjords Venture Zone, but the immediate next thing it's going to have you do is run a Fight the Storm. Fight the Storm is just a single Atlas mission. I'm sure you all know exactly what I'm talking about. It's this. This one's level 58 because I'm recording last season, but I would recommend avoiding this as your very first mission because the next thing they're going to have you do is run that. Now, flashbang warning, I'm on light mode. There was a recent change just days before this update where they made resupply really, really nice. Now, you already should have been running resupply, but now, instead of picking up 10 crates, you can see in the top left, you just harvest anything. Harvest anything, search anything, get that number up. There's no combat required. If there is a resupply when you are starting Ventures, resupply level 15, that would be perfect because it's a mission that'll complete that first directive quest right here. That'll get you all the farming resources you need to get started. Then you can go and run a Fight the Storm, then a couple of Ride the Lightning missions, and then you can go on from there. But you can see from there, it has you running 23 plus zones. This circles all the way back to my original point. When you start Ventures, you can run all the 15 and then stop. And then you can't quite unlock 22 unless you keep grinding at inefficient rates, or you come back the next day, or maybe you start right before a shop reset, play for a couple of hours, then the missions reset, and then you can continue on the new set of level 15 zones, because once you unlock 23, the ball is rolling. And the point I'm originally making, just to bring this all the way back to the beginning so I don't confuse you guys too much, is that Ventures does get quicker. That is a lot of work to get 68,000 XP. But I promise you, once you're running these 40 plus, Ventures levels missions, that's like 108 zones, 124 zones, you will be getting 40,000 plus XP per game. Now, of course, you need substantially more XP to continue on adventures, but in the last 10 or so Ventures levels, every 4-ish matches, you should be leveling up. Like, it's not a big deal. Ventures has actually had an XP reduction in past videos. Like I said, the last 2 or 3 Ventures videos, because it used to be 2.3 million Ventures XP to cap out level 50. That is when you stop getting traditional rewards, by the way. Up here in the top right, these repeatable rewards. This is what happens at level 51 all the way to 60, and then 61 on to 70, so on and so forth into the hundreds. I recommend going to like 51 just for that 1200 reperk. 1200 reperk is a lot. And then you can loop this to your heart's content. Some people go to the hundreds. Some people stopped all the way at 22. It's all the way up to you. But what I'm saying is it used to be 2.3 million to get to that natural cap. Now it's 1.9 million, which is about a 17% reduction, which is awesome. That just means you're finishing Ventures quicker. If you're running extremely efficiently, you're following this guide and going as quick as you can. It is, by the way, this was in Hexylvania too. I don't know. I guess I do Venture stuff in Hexylvania a lot. If you do everything as efficiently as you can get through Ventures in about 28 to 30 hours, roughly. Speedrunners can do it in 25, but they don't need this information. So if you're a new player trying to grind out Ventures, that might sound like a lot. A 30-hour grind, oh my goodness. Flashbang warning again. Yearly content timeline shows us the season starts November 19th and ends. It's not January 14th. That's the start of that last week. It actually ends, this is 2025. It should be January 21st. 21st should be the end of this venture season, which gives you, if we can count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks, which is one of the shorter seasons, by the way, but that's still 9 weeks times 7, 63. I can do math. It's no big deal. Yeah, 63 days. So if you run ventures an hour every other day, seriously, you should be able to finish it. And if you do power sessions, like I was saying, if you say shop resets at 6 p.m. for me personally in CST. So if you start playing at 4 p.m. for a couple of hours, shop rolls over, then you start running those 4x missions for another couple hours, and you time those sessions efficiently, that's awesome. That can be a really efficient way to get through ventures, and you can get through it nice and quick. So just to rein everybody back in what we've been doing for the last 10 minutes, I've now explained what Ventures is, why we ran it, what the rewards are, when you unlock key resources, what this reward summary is on the other side, when you unlock certain missions. I've talked about how to start the Ventures season, and the repeatable rewards at the end. So if that sounded kind of rambly, I was trying to like navigate through this entire page in a way that made sense for everyone. So I think we did a good job. I think we're all right. Now the actual modifier for this season is oh, I bleeped. I'm sorry. I timed that so poorly. It's awesome. So it's superheroes modifier. Super soldiers do double headshot damage, and range weapon eliminations reduce cooldowns by 4 seconds. And I didn't even know this, by the way, every 6th kill, total kills, gets you a frag grenade charge if you can have room for them. So if you navigate through my channel, and this will be linked down below, this is kind of the Ventures loadouts section. Frozen Fjords, Ventures loadouts. All of these are super fun. One of my favorite builds, I think, is this one right here. So I'm gonna have to mute this right away because I think I'm gonna start talking. Okay, no good. This loadout is ideal if you have a rocket launcher, because you can see I'm banging pow with lefty and righty. Oh, did I cut to the perfect time? Awesome. So you can see I shoot a launcher. My cooldown is 75 seconds, and as soon as it kills a bunch of enemies, down to 27. That is so awesome. That is the kind of thing you can do with this build. I shoot a launcher, I pull out my AR for a couple more kills. We got 14 seconds, 13, 0, and lefty and righty's back and ready to go. So that is how good lefty and righty is. It's so nice, and that is such an awesome ability. So super soldiers are very fun. You can do that with minigun as well, by the way, but lefty and righty, bang and pow, Raven, you just get the most for it. Constructors are awesome as well. Your build and repair costs are reduced by 66%, so it's basically a third of the normal cost. And then 4-second active ability cooldown reduction is awesome when activating connector overload, and it increases your melee impact, which is less exciting, and then it reduces your ranged weapon damage. Super ninjas are fantastic. So ability eliminations increase your melee swing speed and damage. That is amazing, because you guys know Blakebeard Stash is my favorite loadout in the game, and it got buffed, so you no longer have to search to pick up the treasure chests. You just walk over them and you get it right away. So you can see when I Dragon Slash, it increases my attack speed by a ton. It makes the peg leg really good, and this build can be juiced up so nicely. It is a very fun ability, and something I didn't even realize until I read this today is that you get double Shadow Stance abilities. What a lot of people don't realize is Shadow Stance is kind of awesome, and it's built into every single ninja. When you get a kill, for 4 seconds, your armor is increased by 60. In fact, Paleoluna armor builds have been popularized recently. I don't necessarily agree with that strategy, because you get inherent armor, like a ton of it. 60 is a lot of defense just for getting 1 kill, and your movement speed's up by 15%. So by doubling that, you're getting 120 armor, which is crazy. That's got to be close to like a 60 or 70% damage reduction. I'm not going to do the math, I don't care. But 30% movement speed is a really nice thing to have. So I don't know if that's new or if I just never noticed, but here, actually, Shadow Stance benefits are doubled. Yeah, this is the old video. That was a thing, and I just didn't even notice. So long as your character is black like a shadow, you're just running around extra fast and you're way harder to kill. It's a really fun combo. So ninjas are awesome, soldiers are awesome, constructors are really good at building defenses, and outlanders are so strong people ask me if it's a bug, because the anti-material charge is 0 energy. You might have noticed that I plugged my how to get every item video, and I mentioned the farming loadout link down there, and it's not in the description of this video because you don't need it. My first mission of every season is Clip, and I might use Long Arm of the Law, because she is the entire loadout on her own. With a free anti-material charge, you can just punch and punch and punch and punch and punch. I'm not really showing it here, but yeah, you just punch forever. You just go, you punch. There we go. Yeah, you punch, you punch, you punch. People keep asking like, is Epic gonna fix this? The punch isn't costing anything. I'm like, no, guys, that is intended. Your ability damage is increased by 30%. So you get better shock tower, better Teddy, better seismic smash, and then you get free fragments for those abilities. It's really, really nice. Your weapon and trap damage goes down, but Teddy spam for free. Like, you're getting free fragments every 50 seconds, which is not infinite Teddy on its own, but it's a nice bonus nonetheless. So one of the best seasons of Ventures, dude. I didn't even scroll through the rewards for this season. Zenith is awesome. Lynx is every noob's favorite, but she is she's quite good. She's quite good. Crackshot is one of the best heroes in the game. Ice King is amazing. I haven't even breathed the word Frost Knight, which is returned back to us by the... Oh, my lights, I just realized, are turning off. Yeah, I'm late today. It's bedtime, and my lights are telling me as much, but we're going to power through it. So, Frost Knight is awesome, and the Discharger has been nerfed. This weapon is so much weaker, which is so good because it honestly, it trivialized Frost Knight. It made it so easy, it's not even fun anymore, and I'm really excited to see it go. We get all these extra llamas. The Christmas season is so full of stuff. All these 1 week only challenges are fun to keep up with, and it sucks to miss them, but they're there if you're on top of things. Pain Train, Santa's Little Helper. Cloak Shadow is my favorite hero in the entire game. He's so good. He's not like the best hero, but I just love him. I geek out. So it's a really, really fun Venture season. I think if you are not even a fan of Ventures, or maybe you've never done Ventures before, if you're gonna grind out any season, this is the one. I dare say that might be my best rewards video I recorded in a while. That was pretty smooth. I liked that one. No script either. I'm just kind of winging it. All right, I'm out of here. Welcome to the season. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm probably on vacation when this goes up, but I timed it so that it's like the exact second the season starts, just so you guys get all the information right away. And I got you. Cav, he's the one who runs for NDB. I ask him personally in advance to make these a week early so I can get these videos on time for you guys. So if you want to support him, feel free to use FDB in the item shop. He really would appreciate it because running for an NDB costs a few $1,000s a month and it's not free. If you want to support both of us, feel free to use code Mista in your item shop. I really do appreciate it. I do this full time and it does support me a lot. So that's it. I'm out of here. Enjoy your season, you guys. Hopefully this got you all the information. And if I forgot anything, I'll pin a comment or something, all right? Comment anything. I do read them. I'll answer. So it's whatever. And our Discord, link down below. Great place to find people if you're looking to squad up. A lot of people complain, oh, I can't do Ventures. I have no friends. Temporary problem. There are lots of people on the internet with that same issue. Let them know. Be nice about it, and you'll find some people to have a good time with. All right? Oh my gosh, my lights keep turning off. It's time to go to bed. You enjoy the season. I'm gonna go to bed.